Hey guys, Joey here from 9 to 5 Escape. Today we're working on the 2005 4th Gen 4Runner. In a previous video we did a lift, like a 3-inch lift that's kind of raising the headlights a little too high. So we're going to drop those down. We're going to adjust that in this video and show you how to do that. While we're in there, we're going to swap those halogens out that I've got in there. They're just your run-of-the-mill. You buy them in the local auto shop. Not very bright, kind of yellow. So we're going to swap out some LEDs in there and see how they do. So we're going to get in this video and check it out and show you how to do it. Let's get into it. So here's the headlight housing. High beam's over here, low beam is over here. We're going to be replacing the low beam. So we'll take a look at the back side on how to pull the bulb out and replace it. We're looking at the back side of the passenger light here, the whole housing. Over here is the high beam connector and this is the low beam. So we're going to pop this off. Pretty handy to have a flathead screwdriver here. A little connector, just slide it in here, pop the tab off, and you can pull the connector down. Just like that. All you're gonna do is twist the bulb out. You're gonna wanna twist, I guess that would be counterclockwise. Goes about 45 degrees and just slides right out. So here's the old one that we're gonna replace with the new one. Here's the new lights we got off Amazon. They're ZNDER brand Nilight. Pretty easy to find and they've got all sorts of models. This is the 9006, which fits the 2005 4Runner. Let's open it up, see what we got. Instructions, pretty easy to install. I don't think we need to read those. A warranty card, I guess they have a 2-year warranty on it, so that's pretty good. Here's the actual light itself. And then the adapter, which hopefully fits the stock adapter. And then a set of gloves if you don't want to, they're kind of small. Wow, that's not going to fit. If you don't want to touch the LEDs, you can wear some gloves. But these guys sent it to us for free to check it out and review. So we're gonna see how it is and give you guys our honest opinion on what it's like. But it's a pretty cheap, quick, easy swap for the halogens that I had in there that I didn't like too much. So we'll see how they do. Here's the light. There's little tabs here. Those tabs are gonna go into the slots down here. Pretty easy process. You stick it in and rotate it to lock it into place. So again, if this is straight down, you're gonna rotate it about 45 degrees to counterclockwise. So the slots fit in, and then you're going to rotate it back clockwise so that the wire is hanging straight down. And then the adapter and the plug here, you want the clip part to go on the notch. Just slide it into place. Should snap and lock pretty good. You'll hear a little click, give it a tug and it shouldn't come out. And that's it. We'll turn it on and see if it works. So when looking at the other one, I actually noticed there's a fan on the back side. When you turn it on, the fan turns on to keep it cool. So just a neat little feature and a sort of a heat sink going around the outside. All right, now we're moving on to adjusting the headlights. You're gonna wanna find a flat spot and ideally a vertical 90-degree wall here that's at least 25 feet away that you can park at. I'm doing it in the garage here, and you can do it at like 9.5 feet, which is another distance you can do it at. So we're gonna do that here in the garage, but the further away you can park, the better. It's either 25 feet or 9.5 feet. But the first step here is you're gonna wanna mark dead center of the headlight against the flat spot on the wall. So both positionally left, right, and up and down. So just take your best guess. I'm gonna use tape here to mark it. Just kind of find the center of the light and project that onto the wall. And mark that. You're gonna wanna do that to both sides, obviously. So the next step is you're gonna wanna back your car up to, it's actually 3 meters is what it says in the manual, or 9.8 feet, or about 118 inches from the wall to the headlight itself. And then you're going to mark the wall based on that. All right, next step is to draw a horizontal line between the 2 pieces of tape that you made. I'm just gonna use tape again here to now that's your reference point that you're going to adjust from. All right, so now that we got everything set up on the wall, I'm going to show you how to adjust it. It's this little gear here. There's an 8mm nut on the back, or you can use a screwdriver. I found that it's really hard to use a screwdriver to turn it, and there's plenty of room here to fit an 8mm wrench or a socket in. So you can just put it on the back here. To drop it and lower the headlight, you're going to want to go clockwise So this direction. To go up, you're going to want to go counterclockwise, so the other direction. And then the manual also said that the last turn has to be clockwise, so you're going to want to go one direction, then always go clockwise at the end, just to tighten it, I think is the idea. So again, clockwise is down and counterclockwise is up. So again, here we are looking at our horizontal reference line. This is exactly where the dead center of the headlight was against the wall. And this is a horizontal line between the two left and right. You can see, like right about here is where the top of the headlight stops. The manual says that you want to be about an inch below the reference line at 9 feet away. So I'm going to adjust this down from about here down to about an inch below the middle of the tape here. So I'm going to turn it clockwise again to lower this all the way down to about this point here. Again, this is the passenger side. So I'm probably going to leave the passenger side a little higher than the driver's side, just for oncoming cars. Driver's side, you can probably drop to, you know, an inch to 2 inches below the line. Passenger side, I'm going to leave about an inch. So we'll adjust that down so that it comes down a bit. This is the after. Remember before, light was about up here. Now we're all the way down to about here. So about an inch below the middle of this tape here. So I think we're going the passenger side. One thing I didn't mention is that you probably want to turn off the driver's side light or unplug it or cover it while you're doing it. You might get some light bleed over to this side. So just have one light on at a time when you're adjusting them. It'll help out a lot.
Here's a quick comparison of the new and the old. I'd say it's probably about a 500,000 K color temperature. It's quite bright and quite white. I found the darkest and the least populated street we could find and drove down it to compare. You can see on the top is the new and the bottom is the old. It's not quite an apples to apples comparison since the old headlights weren't adjusted down yet. You can see a bit further out in front of the car because of it, but the lights are also hitting oncoming traffic, so they need to be moved down. Even after adjusting the headlights down, you can still see so much more of the roadway because of these lights. Signs are brighter, the striping is brighter. Overall, just a really good light.
Got the lights installed. It's a pretty easy process. Only about half an hour to adjust things up and down and to swap them in and plug and play. For an LED like this, it's looks pretty good, pretty cheap, and driving down the road looks pretty bright, a lot brighter than the halogens, the yellow halogens that you buy off the shelf at your local auto parts store. If you guys need a link to the product, look down in the description below. We've got an Amazon link for you. You can find one for your car. There's all sorts of light bars too if you're into that kind of thing. But if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for us, ask a question in the comments, and we'll get back to you. Catch you next time.